It's the Coca-Cola 600. 600 miles of remembrance.
All right, man, stay ready. Pace car's off. Green.
Ross Chastain. Man, we know what a weekend it's been for him, Marty.
15 to go this time.
I think the greatest race car drivers are the ones that have to overcome odds in their career to get where they are.
Hamlin is there, and here comes Chastain.
They have to fight and grind. They have to just find a way.
Drives down low, slides up high. Here's their room. Having Ross Chastain in the one car is showed up here in Charlotte. You give him that starting point, it can equal enormous success here tomorrow in the Coke 600.
There was no warning. Just cruising along down the backstretch. I was just looking down at turn 3, getting ready to set my angle and get my arc right. And the tire blew. It was all at once, just one explosion right underneath me. I think it blew at around 185 miles an hour.
Ross Chastain, and there he is, at damage number 1.
I remember just like looking down at my knees and it was like, what just happened? Like, how did that happen? As I was getting out of the car, safety crew was right there, but it was a lot of questions in my mind, and getting out, looking at the car, knew it was hurt.
Just talking about the importance of Saturday and what it does for you on Sunday, and everything's pointing in the right direction. And now the one team gonna have to come from behind the 8 ball. So where do you go from here if you're Ross Chastain, Phil Surgeon, in this team?
I knew the primary car wasn't salvageable almost immediately. There was a lot more work to repair the primary car than to go to a backup. Once we discovered some bracketry on the frame was bent, NASCAR agreed to let us switch to a backup car.
You always prepare for this. These big organizations have extra vehicles, gears, backup cars. You're also close to home to be able to kind of get back to the shop.
I've done this long enough to know I'm not counting anything on Saturday, so I just asked them to build the same car.
Charlotte's a bit unique. Charlotte, Martinsville, all the close to home races, NASCAR allows us to keep the backups at our shop. So preparing a backup car at Charlotte looks a little different than preparing a backup car at a West Coast race, for instance, just because we got it at home and we have the opportunity to bring in more people to help us work on it. So I was confident we could get the backup car prepared in time.
I see all of the cars in the parking lot. I mean, we are in a massive building with a massive footprint. So many of us go through that same door that I know that their career and their job when they walk through those doors is to make the 3 race cars now as fast as they can. And I know that there's 200 people that are employed by Trackhouse in some form or fashion. And yeah, I saw a big group come together that Saturday night that normally would not have been working. They'd been home with their families.
The road crew walks back into the building. We unload the primary car that we had wrecked in practice. We started taking all the parts and pieces off of that were needed to build the primary car. And at that point, a lot of the shop crew had showed up at that point as well, really just diving in.
The great part about Trackhouse and the one car group is it's all hands on deck immediately.
It was chaotic, but it was controlled, you know? I think everybody that's in this building knows their place. So when it pertained to their particular area of the car, they just knew what needed to be done. From the moment that car rolls into this building, through its whole entire build process, every single person on this shop floor has their hand in that build.
We're just gonna make it happen. There's no other way about it.
Everybody was just chipping in wherever they could. It just speaks volumes of the culture and what we're building here at Trackhouse. So 5:30 in the morning, going into tech, going into the race, was like, there was a 20-minute period that I sat outside of the trailer and was just like, what happened? Like, what did we just do? Like,
once I sit in the car, it all goes away, which I'm super thankful for, because I wouldn't want those feelings. I don't ever want to lose the pre-race nerves and the feeling I get when I wake up and it's a race day. And when I sat in the car, it was just like I had remembered the day before and the night before when we built it. So
starting last, with how difficult it is to pass, you've got to find something different.
Area. The team was able to go to the race shop last night. They worked until 2:30 in the morning. Then we're back at 5:30 in the morning getting this backup ready for Ross Chastain. I thought to Phil Sertu, his crew chief, and he told me, man, we are exhausted. And imagine this, Adam, on NASCAR's longest night, his team working on about 3 hours of sleep.
The zone green.
the racer in me Sunday morning thought all morning about how good the car was on Saturday and how I'd be able to just drive by at least half of the field. And Cup racing is quick to humble you. And it wasn't long that I realized I'm not making much progress here.
Just trying to think about the bumps. I feel like I'm bouncing across them more. Yesterday, like I was bouncing, but I was still creating grip, which makes sense with dirty air.
Unfortunately, that night in stage one, we had a penalty. We had made it up to probably 25th from memory, and we had a penalty, and it set us all the way back to last.
A little setback, we'll get it back here up to 27th, 40 laps.
I knew we could contend after halfway. I knew that we were going to be in and around the top 10, top 5. We'd gotten up there and knew that then, okay, we're going to be okay here.
Ross Chastain, man, we know what a weekend it's been for him. Marty talked pre-race about the overnight festivities, get that one car ready, the backup, after crashing fast yesterday in practice. Only a few drivers can really do that. They've responded. Got his hands full right here.
Get a few of them on pit road. We'd get a few of them on good restarts, and we just slowly made our way up through the field.
3-0 tonight in the Coke 600. William Byron wins it. Chastain ends up 5th.
The race progressed, we got better track position. We were always able to pass cars. We were always able to move forward.
I had open track was the main thing. We had pitted and exited pit road right into the tail end of a gap, so I had some cars behind me but nobody in front of me, and I had a tire advantage on all of them, so I was able to drive away from the 20 comes to mind. I remember Christopher being close, and it was just a 24 left. So
12 times, the most of anybody. William Byron trying to hang on, 15 to go, and here comes Chastain in the 1.
He had a big moment, and I realized when he exited turn 4 that he must have lifted and braked and had a big moment because I was catching him, but at the same time the 11 was inside of me. I had ran that corner over the limit of my car, trying to stay ahead of the 11.
Can't quite capitalize though, but he's right there. Wow, he got a shot.
Through 1 and 2, it was a lot of part throttle, full wheel left, just holding it as far left as I could, and just trying to time out my slide up the track.
Chastain to the inside. Drives down low, slides up high, is there room? Unbelievable.
And that was an amazing feeling.
When you see him work on the racetrack and his, willingness to be unique and different and aggressive, and when we give him the right car, he can go fast.
How about it? From the back to the front, Ross Chastain wins the Coca-Cola 600.
Felt amazing. I took my time out on the front stretch, lap around the track.
In the Coca-Cola 600, celebrate good times, Ross Chastain. You have won NASCAR's longest race.
Last night I went over, sat in this car for the first time. It was about 10 o'clock when I left. They worked till 2:30. They were back at 5:30 this morning. And that's the dedication it takes from Trackhouse.
Everybody takes ownership, everybody's self-motivated, and it makes it really easy to manage a group like that. It's great to be around.
I remember watching this race when I was a kid. I remember watching this race as a competitor. Like, I was driving in the truck in a rally series and coming and just sitting in the grandstands and watching this race and knowing it was a bigger deal. But I had no concept of how big it was until I won it. When they slid that ring on my finger in victory lane, it felt so heavy and amazing. And it fit the first time. They guessed right, I guess. Destroyed the car we brought here to race on Saturday. And from that very first turn 3 out lap in practice, and then crash, build another car, come in, execute through 600 miles, and it took all 600. We were not going to win a 500-mile race, and definitely not a 400-mile race. It is special. Crown jewel term is so much bigger even though than just the ring. The crown jewel effect of the Coca-Cola 600 did mean more.